Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Watchlist, powered by TAAN-TV, where we spotlight the next wave of college hoopers. Today's guest is a name that's moving. If you're from the city, you know the name well. From Brennan High School in San Antonio to the Pro 16 circuit with SA Future, multiple Division One visits this spring, Donnie Criss is checking every box. You know, Donnie, real quick, man, what? Let's start right here. You had a strong spring. You have a strong summer, and the rankings are reflecting that. What is it like seeing your name on national list?
It feels pretty good. I've been working this hard. I've been working hard all my life and just finally getting the exposure that I deserve. It feels good, but I know I still got to stay humble and just keep working hard.
Yeah, it's interesting that that be one of your first things to say, about being humble, um, because and it may be different at home, but you never get too high, you never get too low in a game,
Yeah,
um, and that's one thing that I've never worried about um, with you, and that's a great compliment to you and your family and everything.
appreciate that.
So the next question is going to roll right into that. But how do you stay grounded, man? Whenever you go around and I can only imagine what it'd be like to be in the top 300. But man, you're like the top inside the top 200. You know.
Yeah, I say my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's definitely. My faith is just big. Like when I'm on my highs and lows, He's always been there. So I can just go back to Him whenever I'm going through things. And I say with the basketball piece too. Like even when I'm not having the best games, the best weeks of practice, like I know I'm good because I got Jesus with me. So I say that.
Nice, nice, nice. All right, you're known as a do-it-all guard, physical tools, long length. How would you define your game?
I'd say very physical. I get to all three levels. My defense has gotten a lot better. But yeah, I like to get the ball moving, just getting my teammates open shots, and I'm a team player. I'm not really worried about scoring 30 every game, but um, yeah, I'd say just really good offensively and gotten better defensively.
You know, I was second that, man. That was always one of the tick marks, and you've kept at it. You play within a high school program that's repeatedly turning out good talent, well-rounded players. So I'm sure we'll roll into those questions a little bit later. But what's one thing people still overlook about you that you feel?
I say people don't think I got confidence because I don't like to go out and shoot every shot and not pass to my teammates. So when they see me playing good basketball, it's like, that's the dude with the offers. He should be like, no, like I'm playing to win. I don't care about if my teammates aren't doing as well as I am. Like, it's not
Mm,
the same. So
yeah, you've been with that group, Future and Brennan, for quite a while, man. So that's gotta feel good, to overcome the highs and lows, you know, with
yeah,
Talon, Tyne, and Zeke and them.
yeah.
But who are some players, past or present, that you watch and learn from?
Um, I say I don't model my game after this dude, but what Russell Westbrook, I love his like attitude on the court and how like he flies around. I say Steph Curry too. He flies around without the ball, so I've watched him a lot without the ball. That's why like when I don't have the ball, I'm always moving. And yeah, I say those two guys. Right now, I probably watch. I say Tyrese Halliburton and Anthony Edwards the most.
Mm,
A lot of people, some people say I play like Tyrese Halliburton, but I like to watch him because he's a winning player. So
yeah, if you're getting compared to that, then you're doing something right.
yeah,
So all right, so we're gonna start talking a little bit about the future experience in the Pro 16 circuit. You know, whenever you go to one of your circuit weekends, you know that circuit's not a joke. You
Yeah.
face top talent in every weekend. How has it sharpened your game?
Yeah, I mean, the Pro 16 people have got me out like playing against high level players every single game. So I know that, I mean, it allows me to have the opportunity to stay consistent as I play. Because I know every game there's always going to be some people watching. So, I mean, just having that chip on my shoulder too, because last year we lost a big player, Kingston Flemings, for our 2025 circuit, and a lot of people are doubting us. So, just being able to play in front of the right people and being able
Mhm.
to just show my game every night.
You know, I kind of go back and forth with your high school and your time with Future, just because there's so many similarities with it. Um, but you know, one thing I always give Coach Calgo credit on is last year you guys never seemed to have an off game. Um, do you think? I guess it's kind of a trick question, but not meaning for it to be. But do you think high school impacts future more, or future impacts high school more when it comes to that staying ready all the time?
I definitely say high school because we have a lot of high school impacts future more because I mean the coaches are always on us like every day, and I feel like that translates to future when the Brennan kids go to future and because we're I feel like future is more player led than
Mm,
in high school. It's we do keep each other accountable, but it's the coaches a lot. So when we go over the future, we're always like talking loud, like it's just an environment that we're used to.
yeah, that's a good answer. So talking about that environment, um, what is the future culture like? You know, what's expected every time you put on that uniform?
Yeah, just everybody is just playing hard. Like we're always keeping each other accountable. I mean this gym like that we practice at Brennan, but it's always a very competitive practice. I mean, off the court, we're like best friends, but on the court, like it's not like that. Everybody's trying to go at each other's neck, and I mean, yeah,
You know what's funny, man? You and Talon and Zeke pretty much said the same exact words. Hey, going to each other's neck, you know. But that I've been intrigued and interested in watching you guys' development, both as person, people, and togetherness. But you know, this is kind of to help out younger hoopers. But how do you prepare mentally and physically for a 3 day event? You know, one like a live event where coaches are going to be in the gym.
yeah. Um, just taking one day at a time. Like the week before, obviously your nerves might be a little bit higher, but just taking one day at a time, just staying in the present because you can't change the future. So, and drinking
Yeah,
like getting your work in, but drinking a lot of water, eating right, and just staying locked in because yes, there's gonna be people watching you, but you just got to be yourself and just play as hard as you can.
yeah. Um, has the circuit helped you understand the difference between good players and next level players?
Yeah, definitely. Before we got on the circuit, I mean, I play against some good players, but there would always be those players that are like, why am I put up against these players? I mean, no disrespect to like no shoe circuits, but Pumas like Pro 16, they always have you in front of people like who are good and that are going to be
Mhm,
able to compete with you, and it's a great opportunity because last year for the Puma circuit they had like in 16U they had like 7 4 stars. This year they have like 40 something, and they have like some
mhm.
5 stars. So it get like you're always gonna be playing against someone.
Yeah. Have you ever played against someone on a weekend and like left from there thinking, "Oh man, this is what I did right. I didn't know I could do that." Or
I'd say I'd say we played a team called Pack and we lost by 10, and they didn't that was the first team that like didn't have a 4 star. They didn't have a dude with a name on the team, but they just moved the ball like so great, and they're like the best team we definitely played. And I'd say uh, that game, I feel like I could have moved the ball a little bit better because
Hmm.
they're like they're playing defense differently than the rest of the teams. It wasn't like a lot of gap help. Like it was a lot of face guarding and doing all that. So I felt like I had to take over, but I do think I could have moved the ball a little bit better to give us a better chance in that game. But yeah, I really want to see them again.
Yeah, I bet you do. As much of a competitor as I know you are,
Yeah.
um, how do you balance between being a scorer, a creator, and your focus on being a defender at the same? How do you kind of balance those things out?
Yeah. I mean, first is about getting in shape. Like, if you want to go as hard as you can on offense and defense, like you got to be able to be in shape. And I mean, nobody wants just an offensive player on their team. I know that. To me, defense wins games because, like, if you're not playing defense, you can be scoring, going back and forth with the team all day, and you can lose. But like, if you're getting 3 stops in a row and then you get a bucket, like that's what's gonna get you to win games. So I mean,
Hmm.
it's a mentality. It's if you want to do it or not. So
All right, so let's move back over to my Brennan going into your senior year. Um, you know, on that team, you're obviously seen as one of the leaders. What does that responsibility mean to you as you move into that senior role?
yeah, it means a lot. We have a bunch of guys coming up that aren't used to playing on this like level, and watching Kingston and Cam and some of the other seniors that were on Brandon last year, they're definitely a role model for me, and I'm very excited to take up this role. I haven't got the opportunity to do something like this because I've been playing behind a bunch of seniors my past 3 years, and
Hmm.
yeah, I'm really excited. This means a lot to me because I feel like I've been able to. I mean, freshman year, I think I could have been doing this, but I'm very excited.
Yeah. So you've got teammates up and down your roster that that can go. How do you balance being a lead guy while keeping others involved?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for me on offense, I'm gonna naturally score. I'm gonna naturally find open shots. So playing for my teammates, just making sure that they're getting their shots there, and even off the court, I feel like that's what wins games. Like bonding with their teammates, making sure just connecting them with them off the court. That makes the on the court better. And yeah, just making sure I'm not playing selfish basketball and just
Hmm.
sharing the ball, scoring when I need to, and just playing hard every single game.
All right, let's shift it to talking about coaching leadership because you've always been around very wise, talented coaches. And so, what's the biggest piece of wisdom or challenge that you've received? Your coaches have given you while at Brennan.
To be honest, it's been the take one day at a time. Coach Ward is big on that. He doesn't like to skip over days at practice, and I remember my sophomore year. Like that was a year when we were the most talented, had all our dudes, and during practice we had a lot of practices that year that we would just kind of skip over because we just didn't want to practice that day. But like last year and this year so far, that's been the main thing. Like just coming in and working as hard as you can. And I know it sounds like small, but like that's very important. Like not skipping over days because just because we don't even know if we're gonna wake up tomorrow. Like don't take any day for granted. Um,
Mm,
but just continue to work hard and be positive.
yeah. Um, what's your message to the younger guys that are coming up into the program or coming up behind you?
I'd say don't compare yourself to others. Just continue to just work on your game, and I mean watch the game too. That's very important. But yeah, don't compare yourself to others. That can push you back, and just be confident when you get in games, and don't shy away from competition.
Mm-mm. Um, you know, what does when people say He's from San Antonio basketball. What does that mean to you?
I mean, for the past this is for the past 10, 5 years. Like people look at, I would even say before too. People look at
Yeah.
like San Antonio as, oh, they're not that good. They have like one or two kids. And to be honest, I take it as disrespectful. And I feel like these past 4 years, we've done a good job of just keeping a chip on our shoulders and just going out and just killing Dallas teams, Houston teams, and all the teams that talk. I mean, yeah, I mean, at this point, it's kind of like I feel like it's a trend now. It's not really like people aren't real about it. Just because they hear San Antonio, they just hear like,
Well, see
oh,
what's
they
awesome,
don't go.
man, is when you think about it, right? So in Region 4, you had big 6A, little 6A. You had Alamo Heights. You had Clemens, Steele. All those teams
Yeah,
go far in the region, So that's why I've argued that the narrative um, has changed, needs to change, has changed because we can look at like in the past, like this year, we could conceivably have 8 guys go Division 1, and that's
yeah,
not downplaying anybody else going Division 2 at their level. But I mean, when you
yeah,
think of it right off the bat, 3 of them are on your team or 2 are on your team besides you. TMI. Uh,
yeah.
so I mean, there's others. I'm drawing a blank right now, which I'm gonna be mad about later on. But um, you know, I'm not gonna say anybody has the best starting 5 again.
Nah, yeah,
But
that was crazy. That was crazy.
yeah, Zeke already let me have it. But no, man, that matchup is still gonna be the one that I look for.
Yeah,
And that's just a fun game to go see.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, Coach Cal will never let me forget about I said that. So
yeah. That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
all right, so well, this is what I do say. Harlan made it that to the same round, you know. So
Yeah,
I couldn't have been that far off. But
it's different though. I mean,
it is,
congrats to them because they played a great season. But
yeah.
it
Head to
seems that
head,
we're
y'all took care of it. Head to head, you took care of it.
yeah,
So let's just briefly touch on you've been on we talked about you've been UTEP, Rice, A&M, Corpus Christi. What are some of the things that you looked at when you went to different places, um, things that were standing out to you, whether it be school, culture, city, anything?
yeah. I definitely say like first, all the facilities are very nice. Like, but the style of play, that was like one of the first questions I asked all the coaches. Like, play fast, like shoot a lot of threes, move the ball, and they all have that. So that's good. And then the people, like I was definitely a lot. I was observant when I went there, and I'm still going to be observant when I go to the other ones, like how they're acting, like just how they are off the court. Because
Mm.
I mean, yes, I'm going for basketball, but I also want to be surrounded. I want to be surrounded by good people. So that would be something else. And then, I mean, academic wise, cybersecurity, but all the schools have it. So
So
those
you've
are the
already
three
done
main
your
things.
homework. You already
Yeah,
did your homework to know what schools have the cybersecurity.
yeah.
That's pretty. Um, Darren, with the live period coming up, how do you approach the spotlight? Um, Nerves, excitement.
I mean, I'm actually excited. I mean, I had a great first half, and I just want to continue to like just take all the buzz out. Like, I know there's a bunch of buzz going on, and like
Mm,
everybody wants to see this, everybody wants to see that, but like I'm just gonna go play my game and just play as hard as I can and try to get my teammates looks too. That's what I'm most excited about because a lot of them deserve like more looks. So
mm.
yeah,
Um, if a coach asked me today, why should we recruit Donovan Criss? What should I tell
I'm a hardworking kid. I mean, I work hard every day, and I'm a good kid off the court too.
him? Man, it's like you knew where I was going next, because that was my next question is who's Donovan Criss off the court?
Well, I mean, right now where I am in my life, I'm a follower of Christ, and I try to be like him every day. And I mean, I have a bunch of hobbies. I like to fish. I like to, watch movies. I like to do. I'm actually trying to get into golf. I mean, I'm a chill dude, but
Yeah,
yeah, the main thing is my faith is really huge, and I feel like that's what, without where I'm at right now in my faith, like I don't think any of this would be possible because that's what keeps my head in the right space. And
that's
yeah.
fair. That's good. That's good. All right. So how do you unwind and recharge when you come off one of these live period events?
Oh, coming into them, I still eat right and drink a lot of water and stuff. And when I come off, I definitely take a day or two off. Like just kind of, I have a little bit of Bible studies going just to get my mind back. Like, yes, I'm a basketball player, but now it's time to be like a human being again. So I'm going
Mhm.
back to the things I used to. It's kind of like a day-to-day process. Like if I feel like I need rest the next couple of days, I'll take that rest and then I'm back in the gym the next couple of days.
Mhm. Mhm. So what's a moment from this journey like so far that stuck out to you uh personally, not necessarily on the court, but personally, um, because you talked about how when you played pack, reflecting back, um, there's something else because that's kind of putting you on the spot. I get it. Um, but
Yeah, I would say, I mean, actually, when Coach Ward, one of my Brennan coaches, Coach Ward,
mm,
he pulled me, Jacob Padilla, Talon Todd, and Isaiah Ward to the side, and I knew I had to be a leader, or we all had to be leaders for this next team, but we really didn't realize how much of a load it was going to take because these guys weren't. They're like they're good players, but they
mm,
haven't had the experience yet, and they weren't. Sometimes at practice, some of them wouldn't show up, and but they're great kids. But I feel like that moment when Coach Ward pulled us aside and was trying to, he had like a good speech, and it was really like changing for the team because after that, like we had the kids like coming in like every day, working hard,
mm.
like doing what they're supposed to do, and I feel like that really like brought up the team's like competitiveness, and I think that was a big shift. I know it's gonna. I really do think we're gonna win state because they all work hard and they're all great kids, and I think
Mhm.
we just gotta continue to be able to lead every day at practice.
You know, Donovan, Chris, I really appreciate you getting on. 2026 standout guard from Brennan High School, SA future scorer, leader, two-way threat. We all know that your basketball game speaks volumes, but so does your mindset. And thanks for joining us. I'm
Yes,
Kevin
sir.
Howard, reminding you to keep your eyes in the gym and your questions sharp. Until next time.
Yes, sir.